How's it going, guys? And welcome back. It's been quite a few days. It's been about a week, give or take. I've been sick. I caught the flu, and I just got very very busy at work, and I have not been able to record stuff for you guys. However, we do have some good news. We finally got one of the submissions that we sent out to grade back first or second. Actually, yeah, back first week of October. So this was sent out on October the 4th of 2025. So I just picked them up today. I would say the total time was a month and 2.5 weeks. So a month and 2.5 weeks. But by the time that this video gets posted, PSA did update their grading, their submission process, which it's going to be a little bit more extensive now in terms of how long you get your cards back. With that being said, I sent out 22 cards to grade. We're going to start showing you some of the cards that we received. Let's see. Okay, right here we have Lucario, full art from the Sword and Shield era, the promo card. Honestly, I thought this card was going to do really really well, so it's kind of a bummer that of course we got a 9. However, I have to look back at the pictures from this card, because I noticed that although the card is it's very very good. There's centering is good, and there's no white on the corners, or there's no white specks. When they sent me the pictures, I noticed that it's probably going to be very hard to pick it up on here, but oh, there you go, you see it. I noticed that there's these very, very dainty and light scratches that when I sent the card out were not present right here. Sorry. And there's some, like, there you go, right here as well. Those were not, you guys gotta excuse me, I'm just now getting better. You're welcome to look up the serial number on PSA. So you guys can see the scratches a bit better, but I mean, it kind of sucks. Oh, all right, look. We have, everyone that knows me, we got the handy dandy Vicks Vapor Rub. You already know this stuff is miracles. So yeah, I don't know. I have to go and look back into this card, because that was not there. I think I'm after recent submissions, I've gotten very very strict on how I check my cards, and that was definitely not there. So I pulled up pictures, and I don't see the scratches on there, so I more than likely will be doing a claim for this one. We also have the Blaziken illustration rare from my absolute favorite set from Scarlet and Violet, which is the Destined Rivals, in a PSA 9. Again, I mean, this card's, it's all right in terms of how this card looks. I believe that it didn't score the 10 because you guys see that print line. That's what I'm trying to show right there. That print line that kind of runs across at the bottom down here. That's my assumption. But I was well aware of this already, so still a nice card. Here, let's see if I can. So we're gonna have to make some changes. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, this is another one. Kind of got cooked. The Wheezing. I love this card. It's so cool. It's a cute card. We got a freaking 9. I don't know. Again, I mean, I don't know. I think this card doesn't have any scratches or print lines. And I look at I make comparisons of the cards. See? So you guys will tell me. See that? No. But something else I've noticed with PSA, the reason that of course they use those top loaders when we're making this before you make the submission, the skinny ones that are flexible. And You know, the reason they like using those is because they use this they use a spatula-like device to pull out the cards. So like they slide it in there. Well, I already gave this one away. Look, so we have Surfing Pikachu, but they use this card, this spatula-like device to, you know, stick it into the top loaders. That's from what I've been told. That's how they get the cards out. So when I've seen a lot of videos of, you know, customers pretty much saying, you know, like their cards came back damaged, or, you know, they all came back damaged in the same spot. I believe, you know, that when they're doing this, you know, they might be in a hurry, or they, you know, after having so many cards just kind of pile up for grading, and that you know, that they might be in a hurry. I'm not sure, but we scored a 9 on this Surfing Pikachu. Let me see if I can find it. I was actually very bummed out because I had the pair. So we have the pair right here, a sequential 9. Honestly, I might break them and crack the slabs and, you know, regrade. I'm not sure yet, but once again, I mean, you guys can check these cards out and see what you think. Which of course raises the question, you know, it's so subjective. I think we all know that at this point. That's what makes it very, very hard. I mean, I don't know. I think these cards were. I was so sure these cards were going to grade 10s. I really was. I mean, they're cool cards. It's cute, you know. It's a cool set, and it's Pikachu. So, kind of, you know, bummed out. Same thing with the Wheezing. We have a few more. Let's see. We also have Rapidash from Destined Rivals as well. Illustration rare, and it came back a 9. This one as well in the pictures. I noticed these white, you know, nicks on the corners of the cards. So I looked back at the pictures and those were not on there as well. But seeing as it's $100 card, I don't know if PSA is gonna, you know, once I open the claim, I mean, I'm just gonna present them the pictures and just to show them what I have. But I mean, yep, we got a 9. Sucks. You know, a lot of these are really cool cards. And I really like Destined Rivals. I mean, I really love it. Sorry, just because apart from the nostalgia, right? That's the same nostalgia that a lot of us had with 151. I would rank for me 151 in second place. But there's something about Team Rocket cards that I just, you know, I have a lot of I have a lot of love for. You know, especially if you go back to the first edition Team Rocket release, you know, I think back in 2000, those cards are freaking goated. Those are cards. The cards are awesome. You know, the dark cards, they're, I mean, in my opinion, you know, some of the absolute best cards in comparison to base set, of course, fossil, you know, the vintage stuff. And then we also have, let's see, what do we have? Okay, this one I kind of figured. We have the hyper rare Pikachu gold from Prismatic Evolutions. We scored a 9 on this one. Honestly, this card, I didn't have the highest of hopes, but if you go on PSA, or on eBay, and you start looking up different copies for this particular card, you'll notice a lot of these cards have terrible white markings on the back. Terrible. They have everything. They have nicks in the corners. They have print lines. They have scratches. It's all sorts. You know, we all know how hard Prismatic is to, one, get the card that, you know, we're looking for, and then two, to find one that's very, very nice. You know, to find one in like a somewhat worthy, gradable condition. So then, you know, when I noticed that the majority of the cards had the white marks on them, I was like, okay, you know, well, I mean, it doesn't hurt. There's a, you know, a print line right there. So I went and made comparisons, and I noticed that there was a lot of these copies in 10s with the same things that mine had, if not worse. So I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. We scored a 9. Still a cool card. And then, excuse me, my biggest issue for this last card, I made a video about this. specific card. This is the Lost Origin Gengar. So as you guys know, I actually cracked this out of a CGC 10. And I actually was able to get this really cheap at that time. I think the CGC was like $100, give or take. I think market for a PSA, well, PSA 9 is like, I don't know, 60, 70 bucks maybe. I can't remember. I really can't remember it. But you know, it's okay. However, my biggest issue with this card now is, and you guys are welcome to go back to my earlier videos. In this case, this is going both on TikTok and YouTube. But on YouTube, you can go back to where I cracked this card, and you can look at the back. And there's this, like, it's hard. It's not hard to pick it up on the camera, but it doesn't look as. See, let's see if I can get it. There we go. There's some damage on this card that when you see it wasn't on there. It wasn't on there when I opened up that slab, opened up this card. So I'm also gonna ask PSA about this, just because I had really high hopes for this card. I mean, this card was very, very good. The only thing I saw on this card was this nick. It's not even a nick, it's just white. So that's white on this, that's on this bottom right corner. But that right here was not there before. So I'm just gonna ask him about this. I'm curious. With that being said, these are all the 9s. We had a total of we had a total of 8 9s. So place is there. I'm gonna have to do some cracking some cards open, slabs. Sorry for my breathing again. You know, I'm getting over the flu and I haven't had a chance to fully recuperate. Right, so, and then we can get on to the nice stuff. We have a total of 12 cards right here. Let me get a quick drink of water. I'm gonna go through these quick. All right, you guys ready? So I had extremely high hopes for this card. I really did. This is like one of my favorite cards in the Destined Rival set. We got boom. We have the Ethan's Typhlosion in a beautiful 10. I think this card, out of the illustration rares from that set, I really think that the two Misties, the Psyduck and the Lapras, and this one are gonna do, over time, they're gonna do phenomenal. I absolutely believe it. I mean, this card is just, it's very, very nice. I mean, it's just, look, it's an awesome looking card. It's so beautiful, you know. And we're going into an era where we're going into a lot of full arts now, as opposed to the older style. So, you know, for me to look at a card and, you know, think, you know, this looks really, really good when this is so common now with these newer sets that are coming out. I mean, this card looks awesome in my opinion. So couldn't be happier with this. Up next, we have another Blaziken in a 10. Absolute heat right here. Look at that card. We have, okay, so this is one of those cards that a friend of mine and I, we were sitting down together, and we picked up some of those what do they call those Walmart packs, and just for funsies. And then yes sir, freaking Paldea Adventure Chest. We got the Pikachu and Friends. I mean, this is a dope card. I think we can all agree. This is such a nostalgic look, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know, just very stoked. Let's see. We got a Japanese card coming up. I think somebody traded me this card for something else. We have a VMAX Gyarados. Sick card. These Japanese cards, I mean, the texture is so nice. These are just so much more sick. It's a shame that the market for some of these, I mean, it's high, but for the majority, the market fluctuates a lot in the lower and middle end. So, I mean, just that's a lot of detail. And look at this card. I mean, that's so nice. We have a Moltres X. Again, Destined Rivals. This grading submission was heavily focused on Destined Rivals just because it's one of my favorite sets, and I'm looking to collect a lot of the cards. Another Moltres X. This is a banger card right here. I actually went to a Target and I found a loose pack, and I asked one of the individuals working there, one of the young ladies, and I asked her, like, hey, I found this loose pack, can I still buy this? She's like, let me check. And she asked the store manager, and it rang up for $5. And dang, right here we have a beautiful Ninetales from Obsidian Flames and a 10. So I mean, I remember this day. I believe this video is also on the shorts. It's one of the cards I opened up and I showed. So that's always fun. It's always awesome. Same thing with the. Oh no, we're not putting that back. We gotta put this. No, we are. Same thing with the Ethan Typhlosion. That's the card, the Blaziken. We got that as well. Let's see what's next. Arvin's Greedent. We have the Arvin's Greedent as well. Another card we were able to find in one of those Destined Rival singles or blister packs. I can't remember. They're 3-way blisters. So we're happy. We got another Japanese. I believe this one I opened on my trip to Mexico. Yes, sir. The V-Star. Sick card. Once again, we can appreciate the Japanese texture on these cards. I absolutely love this card for personal keep. We got a few more. We traded this as well. Dark Gyarados single. I mean, celebrations, we a lot of us like celebrations. A lot of individuals that just joined, the hobby in the last year or so, 2 years. We can all, everyone that's been in the Pokemon hobby, we all remember celebrations was, I mean, as far as I remember, a lot of, friends, people weren't picking up celebrations, and, celebrations kind of took off, and we are approaching the 30th anniversary, so I think these cards are going to cook. I mean, just look at that. I mean, these cards are sick too. We have another awesome live rip that's on here with the shorts. Team Rocket's Houndoom. Another sick card. Again, I'm going to say sick card. For Destined Rivals, I mean, I absolutely love the set. So these cards are freaking beautiful. We have a fan favorite here. We got the Radiant Charizard. Oh yeah, that card is so sick. Look at that. We have another Radiant Charizard out for grading as well. Maybe we'll have a cool pair that will go for personal keep. I think these are super sick cards. I mean, I don't know, just that design texture. I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, it's a cool card. I don't know. Yeah. And then we got this back in Mexico as well. The V-Star Gengar Hollow. There's some cool cards. And we have a lot of these out for grading, actually. I don't know. I just think these cards are cool, and I think they're going to do well over the time. So time will tell. And we shall see. Last but not least, We got the Hydrapple. The Hydrapple is such an interesting card. I don't know. It's like, it doesn't get enough love in my opinion. At first, I thought it was lame. But I don't know. It just kind of grows on you. And I mean, it's, you know, it's like a freaking 5-headed dragon. You know, they're like shooting fire out their mouth. So, I mean, the illustration is definitely there. I don't know. It's just, but I mean, it's still a cool card regardless. I mean, as opposed to some of these other sets that are coming out, I don't really, which I'm not really going to get into, but I just want to say that I think they dropped the ball on Phantasmal. I don't think Phantasmal, I think the set was too heavily focused on just the Charizards, and that was it, and they just kind of ignored everything else. I mean, the Charizards are cool, but, you know, I think what makes it, you know, a good set is you have to have a little bit of everything, which I strongly believe Destined Rival has. Apart from the cards that they included, the artwork is there for the cards as well, the designs. I think if I were to make one comment for Destined Rivals, I think they actually they like absolutely missed out on including Team Rocket, you know, Jesse and James. I think that would have been the final seal to that set, and I think more fans or hobbyists in the Pokemon community would have been more happy with that set. Regardless, I mean, I don't, you know, they are written out of the show. There's no more reason for them, so we probably won't see Team Rocket or Team Rocket related stuff like in a really long time, if we're even lucky, just because there's no point anymore. But thank you so much for watching, all of you. Bear with me, and you know, as we try to battle through these changes in the weather. Thank you so much. I'll be doing a CGC video as well real soon with some cards that I'm gonna have come back. So thank you so much for watching as always. There we go. Stay safe. You know, stay in the hobby. I know times are hard. Pick up what you can and what you can't. You know, and you know, we gotta be kinder to each other. You know, have your Vicks for the climate changes that are coming. And thank you so much. You guys have a great day and be safe. Thank you.